Hi, today we're going to set up our DSM172 Toolbox sample chamber to run polarization of fluorescence. The first thing we're going to do is to move some of the hardware that we use for our CD measurement out of the way. There are little shelves in here where you can set your unused polarizers. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the photoelastic modulator into the path of the emission there are little notches at the bottom so that you can see which orientation that the polarizer have to be installed in. And there are little tubes here for the water cooling as well. You have to make sure that they don't get crushed underneath the photoelastic modulator. Then we're going to tighten the screw here, holding it in place, make sure it's nice and snug. And then what we want to do is, we're not going to move the photomultiplier tube at this time. We're just not going to use this portion of the hardware, but the software it will already be configured to not look at the photomultiplier tube. So the next thing will be to set up our polarizers in the right orientation for the polarization of fluorescence measurement. So in the excitation path, we want to put one of the polarizers in a vertical orientation. It has a little V on top of it indicating which orientation the polarizer is in. And then in the emission path, going into the emission monochromator, we have a polarizer as well. And we're going to set that in the horizontal orientation. There we go. And now we're going to take our sample, which in our case is going to be a rhodamine sample. We're going to a rhodamine block, and we're going to go ahead and put it in a sample chamber. There we go. And then I'm going to put the lid on. The other thing we're going to check as well, just to make sure, oops, wrong way, is to, we have two slits in the emission monochromator. There's one going into the monochromator, a manual one. We want to go ahead and just make sure that they are both installed appropriately and that the one in front of the photon counter has the little cap on it to block any light from reaching this detector. And now we are ready to go. And we're going to go ahead and collect data. We have set up our excitation wavelength from 340 to 540 and our emission wavelength is set to 575. And it's just sitting there, so both the starting and ending wavelengths are the same. And then we're going to go ahead and proceed. And when it's finished, you will get the resulting data, which is going to be the final polarization of fluorescence result. And then you can also, I don't have it posted here, but you can also get the vertical and, I'm sorry.